Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. The Jesse Lee Peterson Radio Show.
Just a quick update on this McKinney officer out in Texas, where this is from the Blaze. Remember, there was a pool party over the weekend. I believe it was over the weekend. And a fight broke out. Cops had to be called in. One officer went in and just really went after the people there. And so all hell broke loose. They showed him holding down a 14, 15-year-old black girl who refused to listen to the officer and sit still, shut up, or leave the scene. Here is the soundbite on this. McKinney police chief says that the cop in pool party video has resigned and that he was out of control. Listen to this.
Eric Casebolt has resigned from the McKinney Police Department. As the Chief of Police, I want to say to our community that the actions of Casebolt, as seen on the video of the disturbance at the community pool, are indefensible. Our policies, our training, our practice do not support his actions. He came into the call out of control, and as the video shows, was out of control during the incident. I had 12 officers on the scene, and 11 of them performed according to their training. They did an excellent job.
The actions of any one individual do not define our community as a whole. I appreciate the efforts of Chief Connolly during the investigative process and the willingness of our community to peacefully express their views regarding this instance while we work through this. We will continue to evaluate these events and continue to reach out to community members throughout our city to help move our community forward in a positive manner.
What's so amazing about the story is that this situation in Texas, McKinney, Texas, was never, it should have never been about the police. Not one iota. It wasn't about the police officers or police, but it was made to be that way because the weak mind of the people fell for the brainwashing technique or mind control of the media. It wasn't about the police. When I become president, I will ban all cameras. I will ban all cameras from incidents where policemen are dealing with the citizen. I'm just going to do it. It's not working for the good. This story is not about that officer who resigned, and I don't know this to be true, but I'm sure, I believe personally, and this is just my belief, I have no proof, that he was encouraged to resign. Because this police department just wanted to get it over with, move on, and so if it means sacrificing the police officer, let's do it. That's just my belief because these departments are so weak now. White men are weak. And they're unwilling to stand up and fight. This story was about a pool party where over 100 and something people showed up, where the area was only allowed to have 20, 100 and something, mostly black, untrained, uncaring teenagers showed up. A fight broke out between two adult females and another teenager. The cops were called in and all hell broke loose, and instead of following the instruction of the officers, the people went wild. They were climbing fences. There's been reports of them destroying homes in that area and doing all kinds of wild things. This story was about, and should have been about, out-of-control teams who have been made to believe that they don't have to respect the instruction of the officers. It wasn't about racism. It was about that. But instead, the officers were blamed, and this particular one. And there were at least one guy involved in that situation, black guy, arrested, maybe two. They have released them now. What type of message is that to send out? The Hill is reporting that before the officer resigned, the White House had said that it would be prudent for the Texas cop to be placed on leave. See what I mean? Once again, Barack Obama's hand is in this. What in the world, why in the world did the White House need to get involved in that? And here's what's going to happen. They're going to stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. The little woman from the Department of Justice, what's her name? Loretta Lynch, going to tap dance over there, and they're going to switch the order of things. And as they're going to make the little scary white commissioner, this little scary white commissioner, police commissioner in Texas, and the officers resign, they're going to replace them with Obama's buddies, and the Texas order is over. As far as wanting to go to Texas to live, they're going to change that. I lived in that area where this happened. At one point, it was a beautiful suburb of Texas. That is ending now. So the White House said, according to the Hill, before the officer resigned, the White House had said that it would be prudent for the Texas cop to be placed on leave. I knew this had happened on, this guy didn't just do this, resign on his own. Truth Revolt said, is reporting that new Black Panthers, Nation of Islam, have arrived in McKinney to keep the peace. White people, and I know you're going to do it anyway, you don't need my warning. You better pack your bags right now, sell your houses right now while you can get some money for it, because it is over for your community. It's over now. The conservative Treehouse is reporting that people were circulating a phone script for people to call McKinney's police department and demand this officer removal. It wasn't about the police officer, folks. How come you just jump on board and go along with this stuff? Why are the minds so weak? One so-called prominent Black Lives Matter protester said he's seen protesters in McKinney whom he saw marching in Ferguson, Baltimore, Milwaukee, and D.C. We have some soundbites, but I'm going to take some calls on this when I come back. 888-77-53773. This is a spiritual warfare between good and evil. Blacks are being used for evil. Back in a moment.